Hey friends, it's Amy here from Rainbow Machenko Coach. Today I'm going to talk about 3 common mistakes that I see in bridges and how to fix them. Mistake number 1 that we tend to see in a bridge are elbows bent and too wide. So instead we're going to think about pushing up strong through those arms, keeping those elbows in nice and narrow, about shoulder width apart. Now, let's show you how to fix it. If you're a culprit of the elbows winging out wide, what we need to do is strengthen our external rotators in their end range. So my external rotation is where I turn my palm outwards away from me. Internal rotation is where I turn my arm in towards me. As soon as I come up above head, it gets a little bit harder for those external rotators to activate and bring that arm into external rotation. So here's one of my favorite exercises to help you strengthen those external rotators in your end range. You're going to need a block and something to hold on to. Today I'm going to be using my peanut roller, but you can hold on to anything, toilet paper, a towel, whatever you've got handy. So for this one, I'm going to start first in a child's pose position, like so, and I'm going to place my elbow on the yoga block. Now it's really important that we keep those elbows pulling in. So I'm pulling my elbow in as close to my head as I can. Remember, we're trying to prevent the shoulder winging position. So I'm going to pull my elbow in really close. And I'm going to first begin by firstly facing my palm towards me. Not that way, I want it facing towards you. And we're going to lower down and then pull the object back in towards your shoulder. Lower down and pull it back in. Now remember, we've got to keep an eye on this elbow. Make sure it doesn't wing out. Keep pulling it in nice and tight. After about 10 of these, you're also going to do one more here for me. You're going to lower it down and pull back over as far as you can. Again, pull back down, keeping elbow in, and push the hand over as far as you can into our externally rotated position. If you would like to challenge yourself, we can come out of our child's pose into doggy style and lower a little bit more into our deepest range of motion. Remember, the deeper we get into our range of motion, or the further you get into a stretch, the harder it is to activate a muscle. And if you're struggling with either of those, we can make it one step easier by bringing us down onto our stomach. Mistake number 2, not using your glutes. When our glutes are not active, as you can see, I've got quite a lot more pressure through my lower back. Instead, we've got to engage the glutes to help push up a little bit higher in the bridge and prevent me from squashing and overcompensating the bend through my lower back. If you're a culprit of no glute activation in your bridge, let me take you through an exercise that's going to teach you how to get those glutes or your booty muscles firing. For this one, you're going to lay down on your back, and I want you to bring your feet in to where you can just reach them with your fingertips. Keep an eye on them. Sometimes they like to slide away. So keep them into where you can reach them with your fingertips. From here, we're going to take a big scoop all the way up to the top, making sure we feel the burn through the booty, and then lower back down. Now it's really important that we don't lift up with an arch through the back, because remember, that puts pressure through our spine. Instead, we're going to scoop. So I want you to picture your favorite flavor of ice cream, and we're going to take a big scoop. So I want you to tuck your tailbone around. Notice how I roll, scoop it, squeeze the booty all the way up to the top. Because remember, we don't want no arching. We're going to scoop it around and reversing the process. So I roll it back down each individual vertebrae. So I'm aiming for my scoop, rolling up each individual vertebrae, and I'm also keeping an eye on my knees. Your knees should never cave in this exercise. We want to try and think knees open over your little pinky toes the entire time. And after a few of these, you should be feeling the burn through the booty. Mistake number 3, legs too wide. Generally, when people's feet are too wide, they are overcompensating with their hip flexors as their lower back is not bendy enough. Instead, we need to work on pulling those feet back in. If your legs are too wide, you're going to try some bondage. So for this one, you're going to need an extra heavy resistance or booty band. I'm going to place my extra heavy booty band to just above my knees. Then from here, we're going to push up into our bridge And the band is just going to stop those legs from winging out. Hope these tips have helped you stop being a naughty child. If you did enjoy this video, please give us the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a little comment below and let us know how the tips helped.